Thank you, Mayor. 1A, roll call and possible action on excusing of any absent members of the governing body.
Mayor Ambrosio Hernandez,
Present.
Commissioner Lazar Guajardo, Commissioner Bobby Carrillo,
Here.
Commissioner
Present.
Dr. Ramiro Caballero.
Caballero,
Commissioner Medina.
Commissioner Daniel Chavez,
Here.
Commissioner Ricardo Medina, and Commissioner Itza Flores.
Would you mind, one of you guys call her?
Motion to excuse absent members.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you. Pledge of allegiance, and Annalie will do the invocation.
Pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
United.
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
You, perfect, man. Anybody for public testimony, Hilda? City engineers reports in your packet, Mayor Commissioners, 3A. Any questions? No? 4, consent agenda. All items in the consent agenda are routine, non-controversial, and can be enacted in one motion if you so choose.
So right now, we're at consent agenda, to approve the consent agenda. So unless somebody has questions, we need a motion for approval for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Thank you.
Thank you. 5, ordinances and resolutions. 5A, consideration action, if any, on ordinance waiving penalties and interest on late hotel occupancy tax payments. First reading on adoption. Yes, Mayor Commissioner, we've been getting some requests from the local motels to help them out in this time of crisis. What other cities are doing, and in line with other cities, we're requesting to waive the penalties and interests that come along with late payments.
Oh.
We're gonna do it, we're proposing per quarter, so from March to September. And we calculated it's about $10,000 we'll be giving up. Staff is recommending approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Dr. Caballero. Mr. Carrillo. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 5B, consideration action, if any, on ordinance amending ordinance 2014-21 to allow temporary signs for commercial establishments. Also adoption, first reading. Yes, sir, Mayor Commissioners, we want to get the economy up and running. The current sign ordinance doesn't allow temporary signage only when you're open. So what we want to allow is all these businesses to get free signage, so we're not going to charge a permit for it. If it's going to say, we're open now, special, stuff like that, for the next 6 months.
Okay. Wonderful. Do we have a motion for approval?
Motion approved.
Carrillo.
Second.
Dr. Caballero, second. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Thank you. The next 3 items, C, D, and E, are tabled items, and we have not got the new AFA from TxDOT, so we're recommending to keep them tabled.
Okay.
So we'll go to 5F, consideration action, if any, on resolution appointing and reappointing city clerk and assistant city clerk. Yes, sir, their appointments are up, and they're for 2 years, Hilda, correct? They're for 2 years. Staff is recommending approval, but it's totally y'all's call.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 5G, consideration action, if any, on resolution executing an advance funding agreement with Texas Department of Transportation for the PSJ Tri-City Pedestrian Safety Improvements Phase 2, CSJ number 0921-20, correction, 02-432. Yes, sir, this is Phase 2 of the sidewalk projects. What we're approving tonight is $141,432, which is the state cost recovery that we have to pay the state for it. It'll be $86,000 the first payment. Second payment will be $54,000 when we go to construction, which will be a little bit further down the road.
Okay. Now, this is the project we funded, what year? Was it 2018, 19?
This was actually a 2017 project, I believe.
2017,
This is with all three cities and including the school district.
correct.
What we haven't done yet, and we are finalizing the interlocal with PSJ and the other school and the other cities, so we can all share in the cost.
Right.
We have those breakdowns. Legals got the final review this morning, so we'll have it on next agenda.
Yeah, and so our understanding when we did this project was to be sure that all cities participated, the school district, and the school district would prioritize where they wanted the sidewalks placed for their students. And we just simply led the organization of it and led the charges, so to speak, to make sure it got funded. But it's I think it's almost $2 million in the project, isn't it?
It's 2.7, yes, sir.
Yeah, 2.7, almost $3 million, but for the benefit of those schools. So we're going to be waiting, Counselor, on PHA to give us their preferred sites, meaning schools, so we can then fund and get those sidewalks going.
So that's gonna get started
So,
already, because I know, I
Yes.
told you on it because the mayor of Alamo had called me on
yes, sir.
those, right?
So, and I didn't want to contradict the mayor, but, so this is phase two.
Mhm.
Phase one was already done. Phase one, 100% complete. It's in text dot review now. This is phase two to go to the planning and engineering for phase two.
Yeah.
So the first phase, we had some in there. This is phase two. They're gonna add additional sites on this one.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
wonderful.
So moved.
Okay. Do you have a second?
Second.
Dr. Caballero? Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Perfect, thank you. Six administrative, 6A, consideration action, if any, authorizing the city manager to solicit a scope and fee proposal from an engineering firm on the approved list of engineers and negotiate and enter into a contract for design of the PSJ Tri-City Safety Improvement Project Phase Two. Yes, sir, this is directly related to the previous item. The previous item was the AFA. This is actually what we said, picking the sites and designing it.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Seven, purchasing, 7A, consideration action, if any, on the purchase of safety equipment for the Pharr Police Department Special Response Team using buy board number 587-19. Yes, sir, this is just a renaming. The Special Response Team used to be the SWAT team.
Oh,
They're getting new equipment. Some of the equipment is old and outdated, and at the end of its useful life, we're looking at $56,275.28, and it's all coming from C's assets.
why did you guys change the name? I'm just curious.
That was a chief thing. It's more, every couple of years, the lingo changes, so that's just the name they have right now.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
So moved.
Carrillo, second, Dr. Caballero. Any discussion, guys? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you. It passes.
Thank you. 7B, consideration action, if any, on the purchase of a generator switchboard connection for the Pharr Event Center Project 1920-01-530 P021-003. Yes, sir, this is the amount of $63,000. The Pharr Event Center has been looked at and passed for years as a shelter. In this time of COVID, there's a chance for us to get this done with an emergency generator and backup power, and hopefully we'll get it reimbursed. So we're looking at doing it now. It's a perfect time to do it.
All righty. Do we have a motion, guys?
So moved.
Second.
Carrillo, second, Dr. Caballero. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Contracts and agreements, 8A, consideration action, if any, authorizing city manager to amend contract with Corollo Engineers, Inc. in the amount of $78,875 for additional engineering services for electrical sign modification, electrical design modification of the wastewater treatment plant oxidation ditch number 2 and the electrical improvements project, project 1819-60584S010-001. Yes, sir. I don't know if you remember, Mayor Commissioners, a couple of months ago, we brought you a project, almost $6 million to improve the wastewater and the water plants. We were gonna do much needed improvements to improve our capacity. Since then, we freed up some money in the current Texas Water Development Board funds we have when we got refunded.
Yes.
So we wanna break up this project, get ahead of the game, do the engineering for the electrical work now to get it done, and then we'll come back with the other funding source when TWB releases the funds and finish up the project.
How much total money did we get in far as grant? Because we have gotten a little bit more. And so do you recall how much after all?
I believe we got 17 million in it's either water, wastewater, and
35
19 million the other one, about 35 million total.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And the total project is worth
Well, this project is $6 million.
Right, but I mean, the total project of that, the water, the whole plant that
Everything
we're
was
gonna
gonna
be
be
doing.
somewhere about $40 million with all the different three projects and the reservoir. The reservoir and something like that, wasn't it?
It was a little over 30, yeah, well, a little over $35 million.
Yes,
Some
sir.
of it will be our in-kind contributions, so we'll probably hit 40.
40.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, that's very good, funding source.
Just
That's
real
great.
quick on that, I had read something about the Texas Water Development Board coming up with lower interest rates during this time.
Yes, they
Don't
are.
know we're gonna be able for us to put them back in there? I would just.
Well,
throw
well,
that
we
in there
still
for-
haven't issued anything out for it, right?
Oh, sir, we are due to be on the August meeting, I believe.
Yeah, so
'Cause there were some
they're very good
0%.
interest rates,
Yeah.
yeah, very good.
Some that were even at 0%.
Yes.
And I forgot, I read it a while back.
Yes, sir, we're looking into
guys
it.
told me about it.
Our financial advisor and the engineers both top of it daily. We get daily emails on it.
Okay,
We'll get the best interest rate we can.
The same financial advisor, or,
Yes, sir.
okay,
okay. So anyway, I entertain a motion for approval, please.
so moved.
Carrillo,
Second.
Dr. Caballero, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Commissioner Chavez is abstaining.
Yes, ma'am, one abstention, correct.
Yes, sir. 8B, consideration action, if any, on change order for the additional project hours needed to complete Excella project. Yes, sir, we're at the tail end of the Excella project to get everything on. When we were doing an audit of the project to make sure we were ready to go, we found out there was some stuff left out from the previous directors. A lot of the public works stuff wasn't done. Some of the IT stuff needed to get done because they couldn't coordinate with the public works director at that time. So it's an additional 80 hours, $12,000 in fees. So staff's recommend approval so we can finish up the project.
Definition. So moved.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Before we close, Commissioners, just for everybody's information, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the other night, the actual building for City Hall has been lit up already at night. It looks beautiful. Just so you guys know, you might want to take a look.
I try to stay home because of
Yeah.
the curfew. but-
Well, since some of us are working at night, sir,
Oh, okay.
we notice those things. But it looks very nice. So our park system is going to get another boost with that lighting, and there's more upgrades coming down Cage Boulevard. So at the end of the day, it's going to be very beautiful features done. The last thing is, given our COVID-19 economy's effect that it's had, we all know that we're not interested as far as the city, as we have discussed with HR and Assistant City Manager. We're gonna have to tighten our belt like any of the city, but we're not interested in either laying people off and or terminating people. We're just gonna work with the people we have, but obviously then we can't be expanding on our budget, so we're gonna have to, the first movement is to then not hire anymore. And so that's the directive you're gonna be given. Do not hire any more additional employees unless they're essential employees to the organization. We have plenty of employees, and right now we need to work on our budget for the next fiscal year, so that'll be the directive given to you guys. Okay, I don't know if you guys want any commentary on that, or,
We got it.
I mean, okay, so now we'll have,
Motion to adjourn.
okay,
Second.
second, all in favor? Opposed? We are adjourned. The time now being 4:17. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Commissioner Chavez and Flores. Thank you.